Yo, 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 ladies and gentlemen, the ZoWhat Morning Show has returned. ZoWhat Morning Show back in the building. I hope everybody is doing well. Please come in and hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. You already know how we do. We like to promote black-owned businesses at the beginning of every ZoWhat Morning Show. Pardon. Everybody hit that like button on your way in. As you can see and tell, YouTube is on its stuff today. Only 21 people in here so far. I expect that it'll get to around 400. But you see what they on. Slowly notifying people. Come on, man. When they want somebody to blow up, they can push them. They can push them.
Can I do this X Wolf? I forgot to start with X Wolf.
Can you do it? You want to play it? Yeah. Yeah, play it. But let me set it up first. X Wolf is a company that got on board with us early, a couple of years back, maybe in the COVID, COVID, post-COVID times, and pre-COVID time, actually. Black-owned business, man, and I love to see them win. They have a testosterone-boosting supplement. And he came back to me and he was like, Zoe, I want to see if your fans and or your audience would still be interested in supporting this brand. I said, well, let me just put you in front of them. And if they respond positively, great. Because I remember back in the day, a few years ago, people responded pretty positively to X Wolf. I used it, and it was great for me as well. So if you remember X Wolf and you enjoy X Wolf, please know that they are back in the building. X Wolf, please play that clip.
People who think they need TRT, when I hear about guys in their 20s and 30s, look, I'm in my mid 40s, and I can tell you that you can get and maintain very healthy testosterone levels without TRT if you do the right things, the behaviors, the nutrition, all the other stuff early on. There's sometimes people have hypogonadal syndromes and things like that. Now, for people that aren't getting prescribed TRT but want the increase in testosterone, there are these plant compounds like tonga ali. So testosterone has some very interesting effects on the brain. The major mental effect of testosterone is it makes effort feel good.
Oh, that makes sense.
The way this works in animals and in humans as well is that for most species, the males of that species never get a chance to mate. And they have to fight for the right to mate.
Yes.
Fight for your right to mate. Visit xlabsubs.com to get your risk-free trial now. Link in the comments section.
People who think they need TRT, when I hear about guys in their 20s and 30s, look, I'm in my mid 40s, and I can tell you that you can get and maintain very healthy testosterone levels without TRT if you do the right things, the behaviors, the nutrition, all the other stuff early on. There's sometimes people have hypogonadal syndromes and things like that. Now, for people that aren't getting prescribed TRT but want the increase in testosterone, there are these plant compounds like tonga ali. So testosterone has some very interesting effects on the brain. The major mental effect of testosterone is it makes effort feel good.
Oh, that makes sense.
The way this works in animals and in humans as well is that for most species, the males of that species never get a chance to mate. And they have to fight for the right to mate.
Yes.
Fight for your right to mate. Visit xlabsubs.com to get your risk-free trial now. Link in the comments section.
People.
Yo, we back in the building. Hey, Lloyd Hinton, you're the first person to respond to our goal. Now, every time I go live, I set a support goal for the channel. The support goal for the channel today is 30 super chats. Now, we can collect those super chats via super chat here, or you can go directly to my Cash App, $ZoWhatNetter. Typically, we have moderators in here that post. I don't know where my moderators are, which is crazy. I don't know. But you can go to my Cash App, $ZoWhat Netter. It's right there on the lower thirds, right there, or right there, right? ZoWhat Netter. Go there and support. Please support. Best way you know how. Thank you, Van.F1087. We know what it is, we know what it was, and we know what it's supposed to be. Please hit the like button, share before we get into all of our topics. Of course, at the beginning of the show, we promote black-owned businesses. Listen, I got a black-owned business that I'm testing right now. Brothers, y'all gonna love it. Y'all gonna love it. They got the body wash. They got the high-end shea butter with the high-end parfum. Male scents, right? They got some moisturizing oil with the shea, but listen, I'm testing it out right now. We'll be running a commercial on KBLA shortly. Bro, it's really going down. When I tell you it's going down, it's going down. I got a fly, super fly, high end black-owned product that I think brothers would benefit from for sure. And then, of course, Total Package Energy. If we don't support Total Package Energy, I don't know what happened to us. Total Package Energy. Our first confirmed, right? Our first confirmed advertiser is Total Package Energy. They were the first to come on board, man. And we love them. We love them. We appreciate them. We support them. We respect them. Hey, Chris G, 9055. Thank you for the super chat. That's 2. We need 28 more. Please, you can donate here to the channel. You can donate to the channel, right? By hitting the $ at the bottom of the chat, or you can go to my Cash App, $ZoWhat Netter. Let's keep it pushing. Total Package Energy. If you go there and you tell them Zoe Williams sent you, right? Boom. You let them know, hey, man, I'm a ZoWhat Show fan, and I've been supporting the brand and Zoe for the longest. Please continue to support. They got B12, vitamin C, pea protein for your shakes, for your after-workout shakes or your pre-workout shakes. And they also have the legendary energy shot. Total Package Energy. Do you still have those bottles, Mike? Did you drink one?
Not yet. I forgot. I do have it.
Yo, I'm worried about you drinking one of those, dog.
I know you are.
They expired in 2024. 2025 is almost over, bro.
I'm chill, man. I love those.
Man, peace and love. Cordaro Davis. Thank you, man. Thank you for the fellowship. You see how, listen, this is a real thing on YouTube. It's called viewer suppression. If you don't believe me, look up this practice that happens on YouTube. He got it. He got the energy drink. Let me see. He got the This is the legendary Total Package Energy shot. I'm not going to drink it, though. Let's see. It says expiration date 11/24.
Yeah, it ain't even a year old.
Wow.
It's worth it for me. It is worth it.
And I got bottles of them. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, let that good stuff go to waste.
Yes.
Oh, my God. I can't believe that.
Please support. Also, people have been reaching out to me about Russell Harrison. They was like, oh, his number's disconnected, this, that, and the third. I talked to him online. He gave me his new information. There was a brother who sent me an email about his daughter and him, and I'm going to pass all of that information over to Dr. Russell. Come, Mr. Supreme Cinema. Always good to get your perspective on current events. We're about to get into it. Mr. Supreme Cinema, thank you for the support. Everybody hit that like button. You can hit the like button of the person who supported. There's a like button right there. Like, please show that person your your appreciation for what he just did, Mr. Supreme Cinema, as well as I want to say his name, Cordaro Davis, and others, right? Cordaro Davis, Chris G, 9055. Of course, Brother Lloyd Hinton kicked it off. Can we keep it rolling? We got 4 out of 30. So, Russell Herbals, right? At some point, his website is going to be back up. When I talked to him, he said, Zo, we're almost back. I said, cool. Now, all my people who ordered He Is Risen last week, I'm packaging up those this week. I'm going to try to get them out by Wednesday. All right? Please be patient with me. I'm just one guy. So I'm going to make sure I get those He Is Risen out. And this is for the week of November the 10th. So I'm packaging up all of those, and I'll be shipping those out to you as well. But hit the like button. That's one way we get into the algorithm. Before I get into all of the topics, the Voice of Reason is moving. The behind the scenes of the Voice of Reason is moving from my YouTube. You already know, every day, live from Leimert Park, KBLA Talk 1580, Zoe Williams does the behind the scenes for the Voice of Reason on this YouTube channel. But because I've been heavily shadow banned, and you got to think about it, those Voice of Reason topics are virtually profanity free. So you can't say, oh, he's using bad language.
You're on the radio.
I'm on terrestrial radio, for Christ's sake. Mike, if you pull up on the internet, Zoe Williams, Voice of Reason, you could just Google it. Zoe Williams, Voice of Reason, listen notes. I want to show you something. See, because people think YouTube is the begin all, end all, and it's not. YouTube is a prison where toxic trauma porn keeps addicts watching drama-based videos.
Wow. Wow.
No, YouTube is the Carter from New Jack City. This is the Carter. Beam me up, Scotty. Rockabye, baby.
So you're claiming that they're a drug addict?
What I'm saying is,
A drug, are you claiming that they are soliciting visual porn drug?
listen, YouTube, listen, the clinicians have already said there's a link, right, to this addiction of scrolling. This is TikTok as well. But what you're starting to find is these algorithmic, right, platforms based on algorithms, right? If it's not drama, it's not in the top of the videos, right? So they call it trauma porn. Oh, it started with World Star. We got a whole website dedicated to hood ratchetness, fights, breasts swinging out. I remember hood fights when girls would fight. You knew the breasts were going to come out. You didn't break up a fight until breasts came out. And you let them swing at each other a couple of times before you broke it up. We knew breasts were coming. Now it's online. And if you watch it, the algorithm sends you more of it. Do you see? That's all social media. And I'm saying that to say the Voice of Reason, my live behind the scenes broadcast, will now go to TikTok for the foreseeable time being.
Wow, that's a major move.
Listen, man, last week we did TikTok. We got 250,000 likes.
What?
Yeah. On Thursday, we got 102,000 likes. Day one, people's like, oh, Zoe on TikTok now? What the? We got 16.6 thousand likes. Day one. Day two, it jumped to 66,000 likes. Day three, it jumped to 80,000 likes. Day four, it was 102,000 likes. We beg people on here to like. YouTube's like, maybe I'll like, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll support, maybe I won't. But the algorithm action over there is like, oh, this is high-end quality content. There's a tribe of people that are interested in this content. Let's get it to them ASAP. Now, did you pull up Listen Notes?
I do.
What does it say when you look up Voice of Reason?
Fans have dubbed Zoe Williams.
No, not the bio. Do you see
Oh, top 2%?
top 2%? Can you click that?
Can't click it, but I can get the insight.
There's a little box that pops up, right?
Yeah.
What does it say?
What is listen score?
Yeah.
Listen score is a metric that shows the estimate popularity of this podcast compared to other RSS-based public podcasts in the world on a scale to 0 to 100. The higher, the more popular, calculated from first to third party data, updated monthly.
Right.
This podcast is one of the top 2% most popular shows out of 3,671,397 podcasts globally. Woo!
We're in the top 2% globally. The Voice of Reason.
Wow. Ranked by Listen Score, the estimated popularity score. So out of 3.6 million, 1% is 360 million. Top 72,000 out of 3.6 million.
Yeah.
Woo!
Then there's that. Right? So for all the people, oh, Zoe's not doing well on YouTube, and that's because there's a design for that.
Well, you know what we used to call that when we was growing up? You got to go with the girl that's throwing you play.
Oh, of course.
You can't go with the girl, even though you like the girl and she's bad, if she's not giving you any energy, you're wasting it.
Go where you want it, not tolerate it.
Ooh, there you go.
You know what I dig?
So what's the TikTok? Is that your TikTok?
It's my TikTok. My TikTok is Zoe Williams, Voice of Reason.
Well, we got to put this on there.
All you got to do is go to search it, Zoe Williams, Voice of Reason. Follow me on TikTok because that's where I'll be tonight. Magically Faded says your TikTok lives are stored in your TikTok archive so you can still post them. They haven't disappeared. I appreciate that. TikTok jumped off last week, and we're gonna continue to build on it. All right.
Wow.
Let's get to these stories now, and I'm encouraging everybody because we're barely at 100 people on here, and it's disrespectful, YouTube. But we're gonna go somewhere else that treats us better. Right? We're going to go somewhere else that shows the proper love, that won't suppress the viewers. How the hell you have 74,000 subscribers for 3 or 4 years and it doesn't move from 74?
And you're getting lower viewership.
Come on. That means you're targeting this channel while at the same time calling me a partner. Hey, Zoe Williams, as one of our Google partners, what do you think we should do to make the experience better? Stop suppressing my views. This is a guy who shows we're getting 2,000-3,000 people live every podcast.
Monday.
Come on. Stop suppressing the viewership. That's how you can help me, Google. But you don't want to help me because you don't want people to think differently. If it's toxic, it's a rocket, right? If it's uplifting folks, unplug the socket.
Did you just come up with that on top of
Yeah, right now.
Wow. Say that again.
If it's toxic, it's a rocket. If it's uplifting folks, unplug the socket.
We need that on a T-shirt. The Zoe Williams Show.
That's just what it is. And you listen, YouTube is part of the feds. Okay, we gonna tell truth or no?
Yeah, that theory is ringing true. I try to hold a little objectivity and say, even though the evidence is all in our faces.
Can we be honest?
Yeah.
History is part of the feds.
Mm-hmm.
We got to approve this narrative.
Yeah, because you're from African American.
Come on, man. We got to any narrative that goes out into the stream of consciousness must be approved by the powers that be.
By the feds. Wow.
Oh, toxic, Negro, whatever. Yeah, let that go. That can go. YouTube for years wouldn't ding you for saying nigga. But say the G word in relation to men who like men. Say that word, the G word.
That ends with D?
That ends with Y.
Oh, that G word. Oh, my bad.
Or say the F word that ends with G. For men who like...
Oh, no, you can't. You got to erase that from your whole mentality.
Do you get what I'm saying? But for years, we say the N word on YouTube.
And you can say the B word.
You can say the B word for sisters.
On TV, you can say the B and N word.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No resistance whatsoever.
Yeah.
Say the J word.
J word.
In a negative way.
J.
It ends with W. Starts with J, ends with W. Only 3 letters.
I just got it.
Say something goofy using the J word.
You can't even use the J word in a sentence, let alone the negative connotation towards the J word.
Listen, say something reckless. We just saw Kanye. I apologize. I got bipolar. I was tripping. I apologize. Do you understand what I'm saying? We can disparage ourselves. We can denigrate ourselves. We got a whole culture running around talking about people broke. And collectively as a group, we the brokest group in America. How you the brokest group in America? You're part of it. Even if you're doing better than your own brothers and sisters, how do you get to call your own brothers and sisters broke when you're still a part of the brokest group in America? Every major statistical category, black people are at the bottom. You saw that sister struggling to give birth? It's coming out my ass. The hospitals treat our women like shit, especially when it comes to birth, right? Don't matter how much money she had.
Well,
discrimination is still happening.
We had a good experience.
You got a goofy nurse asking her, how many children have you had? You still caught up on intake, trying to get her information. Clearly, if that was a white woman, you would have been able to recognize she's in distress. And we have to look out for the benefit of the mother and that child in this crisis moment. This lady asking her application questions. So what child is this? Is this number 2 or 3? And your medical insurance? She's sitting there. It's coming. It's in my ass. Come on, man. That's a human being you're disregarding.
Can I give an opposite experience?
Sure.
Well, over here at Kaiser in Baldwin Hills, there are about 8 African-American women doctors who are there to make that transition the best for African-American women. I've had both my kids in Kaiser.
That's right there. That's La Cienega.
Yep.
First off, that's one of the best hospitals in Los Angeles. And they employ a lot of sisters.
They do.
I know sisters who work at that facility. It's a good hospital.
Yeah, they admitted us when we were kind of limping through the parking lot. We didn't have that. Our size wasn't at the size of admittance, but they gave her the drugs that she needed. And we had an issue where our African-American doctor was unavailable. So we had a Korean doctor, and we had a little complications after about a 4-hour labor. And she was so into the moment. I thought her eyes were closed, and she delivered our daughter perfectly without a C-section.
And I love to hear that win-win story. But they really don't care, in large part, about black women. Serena went through it, and we're talking about in the hospitals. We're talking about maternity. Serena went through it. Hell, I went through it. I got kicked out of the hospital when my first son was born.
For?
Because the nurse grabbed my son's mother by the throat because she was in pain. She was going through it. And she was trying to grab something and hold on to something, and she's screaming, and the lady grabbed her by the throat. I was on her ass like a cheap suit. I got kicked out. I was in there watching. I'm talking about for the birth of my first new. Yeah.
I mean, what was she trying to shut her up?
New was born in Daniel Freeman here in Inglewood.
Oh, yeah.
Now, come on, man.
Wow.
You want to see the devil? The devil was in the hospital.
Mm.
They was like, oh, shit. He got to get out security, everything. They don't treat women, sisters, right. And they acting like we live in such a cool-ass time. Oh, none of that stuff really matters. Listen, man, you got people who are masters of talking and murking up clear facts to create these endless these endless cycles of nuance and correlation. What the fuck? Right is right, wrong is wrong, right? Right is right, wrong is wrong. Have y'all been discriminated against black people in multiple areas for centuries?
Now, we have a high infant mortality rate. Sisters.
Come on, man. Listen, I accidentally set that goal for like 20 minutes. And it's over. I don't want to start another goal. We got 5 of 30. We got no cash apps. Come on, y'all. Show up. We're not asking for big money. Even though we had somebody give us some big money today, we're already getting pinched on the numbers. It's 146 people in here. Normally it's about 300. But I get it. I need y'all. Go to my Cash App, $ZoWhatNetter, and drop a little something strange. We're finna get into this topic really quickly. I want to show you guys some things because I have videos today. Did you get all the videos, bro?
I do.
Okay.
Let me, only one I need to correct is the new one, but all the other ones are ready to go. I'll finish new in about 60 seconds.
And when you say new, you're literally talking about my kid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My bad.
Okay, because I'm like, you got another video? Is there a new one I get? Okay, you talking about new. Okay. All right. True or false? For black people, telling the truth is seen as an act of terrorism. Is that true or false?
True.
Telling the truth. Shaming the devil. In generations past, whether it be our grandparents or our parents, were we taught to just keep our mouths shut, keep our head down, and you know,
don't rock the boat.
Don't rock the boat and get to the objective? whatever your objective might have been, right? Were we taught that? Was that part of our survival strategy? I'm interested to know. Was it? Talk to me, people.
I would say so.
Yeah? True or false? I got to ask these questions. Right? True or false? For black people, is the act of telling the truth seen as an act of terrorism? Is the act of success a form of terrorism? You see what's going on with the NBA, right? They have just issued news reports that the NBA is now starting to investigate the Los Angeles Lakers. Coaches asking for cell phones, all kind of stuff. The Los Angeles Lakers organization.
Wow.
Because of this gambling situation. Right?
I didn't hear that. That's crazy.
Yeah, this is happening. Right? Where are... They said the mob was involved, the mafia. Why aren't the mafia being dragged through the media? Like all the brothers, like Chauncey Billups, like everybody else. And then even people are intimating that Chauncey Billups is low-key dry snitching on Clutch, right? On Clutch Sports, which is LeBron James's agent's business, right? He's LeBron James' agent and many other players' agent. Chauncey Billups comes out after being arrested. He got on a brown hoodie that says Clutch Sports. People intimated that he was sending a message, hey, man, clean this up before I roll over. That was the intimation. We'd rather, is the intimation also we'd rather snitch on our own than snitch on the others? Why is it that black male imagery looks so good as the criminal archetype? Why is the black male image the perfect criminal archetype?
Scapegoat.
Now, we got the Epstein files and papers coming out. Why do they handle white villainy and white criminality, white male criminality, so gingerly? They handle it gingerly. Who was the little white boy that shot up the church and they took him for lunch? Like, they handle white male criminality gingerly. But black people, black men in particular, fit the perp walk perfectly. Why is that the case? They got you picking personalities instead of the truth. Oh, I fuck with Zoe, but I fuck with this other nigga more. They can say the same thing, but I'm going to choose the one I fuck with, the one I like more to represent the same truth. See, that's why we'll never be unified. Do you understand? That's why we'll never be unified. I'd rather the personality, the mask I like to say the same truth than hearing it from the mask, the persona, the personality that I don't really vibe with. So now you done gave truth a flavor. Truth is truth, regardless of who said it. I heard a wise man say, and this was a very wise man. He said, at the highest levels of truth, Dylan Roof was the kid. He said, at the highest levels of truth, It doesn't matter who utters it. Even if it's the devil, you accept it because it's the truth. Oh no, so you done that's a bridge too far. No, God ain't pleased. Who is that brother who does that? God ain't pleased. You understand? That's how fragmented we are as a people. That's how fragmented we are as a people. We can re-elect a man that was convicted of 34 felonies. And according to the U.S. Constitution, you're not supposed to have a damn felony in order to be president of the United States, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, somebody please correct me. Somebody please correct me if I'm mistaken.
Well, you are, because we do have a president that has a felony record.
But I'm saying, what is the rule? You can't have a felony. I thought the rule was 35 years of age, an American citizen, at least 35 years of age, an American citizen, and you can't be a criminal.
Yep.
I could have read it wrong. There's a lot of nuance in the Constitution. I could have read it wrong.
No, you read it right, because you remember they were comparing that you can be a president with the felony, but you can't vote, and it was around that turning point.
Prisoners can't vote. And who is the number one group, ethnic group of prisoners? You just saw in the news, there are certain states and prison facilities that are suing the state because the state promised them prisoners. And they're not getting as many prisoners. The prisoner was the product.
Are you serious?
Look it up.
I'm going to do a Sarah.
You know what? Let's do this. I want to show you guys the highlights from my son's game yesterday.
I just want to give you a preview, man. It looks like a vintage Harden.
James Harden?
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Smoother, not as rugged and rough around the edges. But I'm going to bring it up in about 10.
Take a look. Yeah, he dropped 38 on him yesterday. 60%.
Here we go.
Check it out.
Hey, yeah, keep this too hard. Run that back, turbo. Yeah. Hey, look. I bring her money, they change up the topic. I got a 19 and it fold in my pocket. She gave me a number, now I gotta block it. I'm mixing the dirty bills in with the profit. Clean that shit up and I give it right back to him. If I don't fuck with him, then I can't rap with him. I wanna beat it when somebody catches him. I wanna witness and see that shit.
Man, these folks got there hit this shit, no cap.
I bring up hits and they change up the topic. I got a 19 and it fold in my pocket. One hell of a year and the niggas still dropping. They wanted to stop it, but they couldn't stop it. You told a story like Shorty was feeling you. She told a story like she split the bill with you. Look at my story, man, no one could write it. Now I see a million, I don't get excited. I might just buy sell my shit to thug away. Ain't no real sense in me going the other way. Can I be seen in that shit from the other day? Virgil just set me a whole different colorway. Please don't be stupid, it's baby and Gunna. And baby, he wanted it, so I just swung her. Next time I'm in Dallas, I look for another. You niggas fell off and you never cover.
Puddle so high, taking wait till it bubble. Young gunna, I made this shit double. Hitting Lignette and left with a puddle. If you thinking, baby, you know you in trouble. Run up my check, my bitch running.
Show your son. Don't they say the fruit don't fall that far from the tree? Show your son. Yeah. 38. 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block, 6 of 10 from three-point land, and a 33 PER. He out there cooking. I love it.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So why doesn't he go pro? Is there some...
He is pro.
I understand. NBA. what's the advantage or disadvantage of coming over here? It's not talent. It shouldn't be politics.
I'm just saying, the way you framed it, like he has a choice. He doesn't have a say in the matter. He's just a player.
Wow.
Again, NBA teams need players that fit what they do. They need a fit. So, like, say the Charlotte Hornets. He couldn't be on the Charlotte Hornets.
Well, because they got the other guy.
They got LaMelo Ball. So that's not a fit, right? Can't be on the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah.
Because
What about Milwaukee?
You know, listen to what I'm saying. They paid Bronny. So when they pay you, they have to kind of cultivate you and develop you, right? Like, because if they didn't pay Bronny, they probably would have moved on from Bronny. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But they gave him 4 years. So the Clippers, they got, you understand what I'm saying?
They already got.
They already got, you see what I'm saying? And now the Clippers are starting to kind of see the error of their ways because you got CP3, he's old. You got Bradley Beal, he's old. Like, I mean,
Bradley's gone for the year.
yeah. And Jerry West been tried to get the Clippers to pick up New Williams. The man worked New Williams out 4 or 5 times. Came to his high school, came to Inglewood. Had the hood turned up. Jerry West in the hood at the hood park. Oh, man, the hood went up. You understand? And Jerry had been telling them this, but because of politics, because of Lawrence Frank, this is my team. And Jerry, you're just an advisor to the president and blah, blah, blah. Okay, but that's the damn logo telling you, go get New Williams out of Fresno State. He didn't do it.
Yeah, his inside work with Kobe, didn't it?
I mean, he worked New. He literally got on the court with New.
What?
Man, in Inglewood. I'm telling you, we knew his agent at the time, Aaron Goodwin, which is one of the biggest agents in the NBA, Goodwin Sports. The homie Marcus King, Derek Martin, who used to play for UCLA, is working New out. Jerry West is sitting on the sideline. And Jerry is like, okay, I've seen enough. Hey, he gets up and tells Derek Martin, sit down. New, I want you to do this. And then he started running the practice. And he told us that was the first time he worked out a kid himself since Kobe.
And we see how well that went.
Come on, man. Then 2 months later, he comes to News High School. Now, News High School is a little white. It's Santa Monica. It's a little white. The whole school district was involved.
Of course.
It wasn't like Inglewood when Jerry West just pulled up by himself and hop out. The whole school district was involved. And this is during COVID. So the whole school district was like, okay, we're going to have to clear the campus, that area of the campus. We don't want anybody interfering with Mr. West. Like, it was a whole, procedure that they went through to make this happen. And Jerry West was in there working him out then. And it was just me and Bobby in the gym watching this go down. Shout out to Bobby for setting it up. Because Bobby and Jerry West are home. Bobby brought Jerry West to News High School game at Beverly Hills High. When I tell you he came in, it shut it down. New was already a high-ranking recruit. But Jerry West comes to your game against your rivals, Beverly Hills High? And then Jerry walks in and tells the Los Angeles media, the LA Times, all of it, I'm not here for y'all. No interviews. And he come right over to me and Bobby and sit down. So why is he dunking so much? Didn't he just have surgery? He's off of rehab. He dunks too damn hard. He doesn't have to dunk that hard. He's going to have to pull back on the dunking. I want to see what he does around the basket, angles, using. Mind you, the Los Angeles Times, everybody over there looking at me like, what the fuck? New got the fucking logo in the. Yeah. So should he be in Turkey? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes because the politics, and if your father isn't a former NBA player, because many of the players now you're starting to see have parentage of guys who played in the league, and it's really a political thing. Also, you have to factor in social media has changed a lot of things, right? This is why those NIL deals are so big. You got to understand the NIL happened after New graduated. So it went into effect 2021. New is 2020, COVID year. So during COVID year, a lot of GMs didn't get a chance to see him. You know, their season was during COVID. So a lot of people didn't get a chance to come out and actually physically see him play. It was just a bad time. I mean, this is a kid who was recruited by Auburn, Bruce Pearl, who's a whole nother conversation. You know, wound up at Fresno State, holds the Mountain West record for most threes in a game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's a player. So I'm happy with him in Turkey. I'm happy with him crushing people. Let me get back to our topic.
I got that article up if you want.
Did you pull it up? Let's see. We had to do this little New Williams break so we could get this other piece of information up for you guys. Pull it up. They're suing because there's not enough prisoners.
You aren't doing your job. Get those hip-hop people back out there on the street.
So are we looking at black people as prison fruit that they harvest? Prison produce? Wow. So I done already showed you.
Prison produce.
They treat black women like shit in the hospital. The mortality rate, right? Pregnancy. Treat black women like shit, right? Oh, man. Then look at this. Who you think they looking for? They looking for prison produce. Eggplant. Huh? That's what they looking for.
Wow.
And they're suing the state. You promised prisoners. So if you're promising prisoners, then that means there must be a practice in place that serves as a pipeline for prison produce.
Prison to pipeline.
Do you see? You've heard it before. Michelle Alexander's book.
So they had a quota that they did not keep.
So how could it be just if it's already a plan in place? But the moment you do good in this society, you think the next best thing is to shit on my brother who isn't doing as good as me. Nigga, pull yourself up. Show some respect for yourself. See what I did? Look at me.
You can do it too.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
This is happening in real time. I want you to listen to a famous and great Los Angeles preacher. I met him several times in the 90s. And solid brother. But let me just say this. Don't stop supporting the channel. You guys, please support the channel via Super Chat, right? The $sign at the bottom, we're asking for $5. If you got it, please give it. You're going to waste it anyway on something. Why not give us something meaningful or give it to something meaningful. When we did this goal, we got 5 out of 30. All right? Let's see. Oh, we got 1 Cash App. Thank you, LTS Entertainment. Oh, wait a minute. Spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. Latarius, what up? He sent us a Cash App as well. Please, please, please support the channel. Don't just sit there and not support. Please be an active participant in what we're trying to do here. All right? Check my brother out, what he got to say.
Some black folk got the nerve to talk about we shouldn't talk about reparations. We should let it go. Poor, simple-minded fool. Japanese people who lived here in the United States, Southern California area, they shipped them out, put them in internment camps during the Second World War with Japan. After the war was over, through negotiations, they received every person $20,000 each and a formal apology. And our government, our nation, is wondering whether or not they're deciding whether or not they should apologize for enslaving blacks in America. Now think about this. Now this is what I'm talking about. See, this nation is wrong. I'm sorry. This nation is wrong. Now watch this. Listen, here's why they're wrong. Here's why they're wrong. They won't even apologize to the best citizens that they've ever had. Now listen. It wasn't black Africans from Nigeria that flew over Pearl Harbor on December the 7th and declared war on the United States of America. Approximately 3,000 plus Americans were killed by the Japanese on the day of Pearl Harbor when Japan declared war on the United States of America. And then after that, they gave them $20,000 apiece and apology for declaring war on them. And black people have been the most loyal people to the United States. They have never, ever declared war on the United States. Never. Listen. We have been the most loyal people to this nation than any of the immigrants that ever came here. We have fought in every one of America's war and then got treated like dogs after it. And then the nation has the gall to decide whether or not we should apologize to them. Maybe we ought to declare war on them, and then maybe that'll get them to apologize. I mean, right is right, doggone it, right is right. That's just downright criminal. That's just downright criminal. We have fought in every single war. We have been butchered and destroyed and shot up and come back to this country and couldn't even get a job. Just because we were black. And you say you're going to decide whether you apologize? In God we trust. What God?
That was radical. Yeah? But it was also truthful. A group of people whom have never waged war against this country have been this country's biggest supporters. Even if you go back to the Civil War, you had many black men join the North side because they believed that they were fighting for freedom. I'm not saying that there weren't men on the South side either that were forced, but what they teach about history at the college level is that the South didn't want their slaves to fight. This is one of the disadvantages that the South had to endure because they were outmanned by the North. If someone has a different narrative, please feel free to share. But this is what they're teaching at the collegiate level right now. The South didn't want their slaves to fight, and rightfully so. You stay back and continue working because that was their way of life. You're the plow. Your back is the tractor. Do you understand? You, physically, you're the shovel. You stay back and keep operations going. We have been the most loyal, right? The most supportive, like he said, fought in every American war. The most radical thing he said was, what do we got to do? Declare war in order to get reparations? He said, Japan literally bombed America with the, what they call them, the suicide planes where they dove into Hawaii. What is the term for it? The term escapes me right now. Where you do this suicide mission. What is it called? They had a term. It's a famous term. Somebody's going to come up with it. It's a famous term for that act. Where they flew into, Pearl Harbor. Kamikaze. There we go. The kamikaze. They went on a kamikaze mission. Like, they literally, where have black people attacked America? Oh, you don't agree? All right, there's another clip. There's another clip. Let's play it, and you let me know what you think.
Which one?
Where governments lie, God does not lie. Where governments change, God does not change. And I'm through now. But let me leave you with one more thing. Governments fail. The government in this text, comprised of Caesar, Quirinius, Pontius Pilate, Pontius Pilate. The Roman government failed. The British government used to rule from east to west. The British government had a Union Jack. She colonized Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, and Hong Kong. Her navies ruled the 7 seas all the way down to the tip of Argentina in the Falklands. But the British government failed. The Russian government failed. The Japanese government failed. The German government failed. And the United States of America government, when it came to treating her citizens of Indian descent fairly, she failed. She put them on reservations. When it came to treating her citizens of Japanese descent fairly, she failed. She put them in internment prison camps. When it came to treating the citizens of African descent fairly, America failed. She put them in chains. The government put them on slave quarters, put them on auction blocks, put them in cotton fields, put them in inferior schools, put them in substandard housing, put them in scientific experiments, put them in the lowest paying jobs, put them outside the equal protection of the law, kept them out of their racist bastions of higher education, and locked them into positions of hopelessness and helplessness. The government gives them the drugs, builds bigger prisons, passes a 3-strike law, and then wants us to sing God Bless America? No, no, no. Not God Bless America. God damn America. That's in the Bible for killing innocent people. God damn America for treating us citizens as less than human. God damn America as long as she tries to act like she is God and she is supreme.
The big concern at the moment, and why I think South Africa is a big talking point in the US right now, is America in the next 20 years will become, for the first time in its history, a minority white country.
Well, that will be a very, very bad thing to happen. You want to see the US go down? Why? Oh, you don't like cars and electric cars, and you don't like technology, or what is it? You want to go back to the jungle, or?
If the US becomes a minority white country.
Yes.
So there's Latinas, there's blacks, there's people from all different races make up the majority, and then, you know, it could be 48% white people. Do you really think the US is doomed if it goes under?
Yes, it goes under then.
Seriously?
Yes, of course. You see, if you take South Africa, we have a small white population that projects the European culture, or what we learned from Europe.
And oppressed millions of black people.
No.
For decades.
How do you oppress? We gave them work, we fed them. They grew from a tiny little group into a massive group. That's not oppression, that's feeding them. Do you understand? You only grow big if you get fed. You only start at 800 and become 50 million if you get fed. We fed them, for crying out loud. You know, enough with this nonsense.
But so you understand, because the black population was so oppressed under apartheid.
Well, we never saw this oppression you're talking about.
You never saw it?
No, I never saw it.
Yeah, because you're white.
Do you guys see the message I'm conveying? Do you guys see the message I'm fucking conveying? How long are we gonna play around? We've been bullshitting for too long. We should have been mastered unity, collaboration, cooperation. We should have been mastered that. We haven't mastered it because we're too busy being fed. Cultural relativism, according to cultural anthropology. Anthropology is a four-winged discipline that started in racism. It helped perpetuate the colonialism that was necessary to conquer the world. Cultural relativism is the belief that a person's beliefs and activities should be understood based on their own culture, not judged against another standard. This is a new concept for anthropology. They had to create this concept to rewrite anthropology because these people came in there from the ethnocentristic perspective. Meaning, just like Errol, Elon Musk's father said, oh, South Africa, we modeled the European way of life. The Europeans, from an ethnocentric perspective, went into other cultures and said, because we're European, we're better. That means we can rape, steal, murder, because these people are beneath us. Cultural relativism had to be created in order to make anthropology respectful of its vaunted academic status. These are the people that go and tell the truth based on the culture, the bones, the archives. Everything about black folk has been shrouded in lies. Why is that? You get a little bit of movement, a little bit of leverage. You get to a plateau in his society. And that gives you the gall to look down on your brother and sister. I am so tired of people minimizing and marginalizing trauma and intergenerational trauma. You got people out here saying, oh, you should have been over that. You should have been dealt with that. That is no different than white people saying that happened 150 years ago. Why are we still tripping? But then flip around and talk about generational curses. You know, at some point, you got to stop feeding into that. But no, at some point, you got to actually feed into it, lean into it, and heal it. We think acquiring things and becoming successful in the construct of this society is how you heal it. That's not how you heal it. It was Tony Robbins who said, the greatest revenge is massive success, but not for psychospiritual wounds. The greatest revenge on a psychospiritual wound is to be able to heal it. You can't heal it unless you reveal it. And once you reveal it, you got to lean into it. But black people will go run and buy a Tesla. By proximity of his father. We should be like, nah, nope, nope, nope. Is there a definition for ethnocentrism? And let me see something real quick. The cultural relativist perspective stands against ethnocentrism. There it is. It defends the principle that one should not impose one's values on others. Put your little African beliefs and beads down. You niggas is Christian today. Your name, Toby. How you call yourself a scientist, but you're an immature, envious little kid? You're envious of the people that sprouted all human beings on planet Earth. You're envious of them. You're envious of their culture. You spend an inordinate amount of time obfuscating the truth of their culture. Let's hide it. We don't need them to ever discover who they are. Why do you think Truman was looking for the Messiah amongst the hood? You think COINTELPRO is done? Ethnocentric people think the ways they do things is the way things should be done. And every other culture's way of doing things is unsavory and undesirable. Ethnocentrism can be a contributing factor to prejudice, racism, and xenophobia. In all these instances, you're considering yourself and your culture to be the best compared to all others. Here's the examples. Judging other cultures' diets, expecting others to speak English, thinking you don't have an accent, judging cultural dress, colonial imperialism, assimilation, niggas! Oh, niggas good at assimilating. We had one of the smartest people in the world. Oh, he's a brain surgeon. He started talking about politics, sounding like a blithering idiot. Who was that brother that ran for president? What about Herschel Walker? See, this ain't interesting for you two, right? This is not interesting for you two. You got black people who still try to participate in the political process. And what am I saying about Ben Carson? Thank you. And what am I saying about the political process? The political process is amazing on the local level. You want a new chief of police at the local level? You want a new sheriff at the local level? You want new judges at the local level? You participate. You get out there, you vote, you participate. But what if democracy is a mockery? If you've been getting the short end of the deal, for decades, for centuries, politically, at what point do you stiffen up your back and say, listen, it's got to be about us. We got to work together. We got to figure it out. We had that convention. I put it up. We talked about it. We talked about it last week, that convention. What was it, in New Jersey, I think? There was a convention. We talked about it. We couldn't get nothing done at that convention, and we all walked away after arguing. We got 300 people in here. I hope we get 300 likes. Hey, Kelly Mack, WJ, Gail, Edith, I appreciate the cash apps. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cash apps. I appreciate it. And I started the goal, the super chat goal again. We got 1 out of 20. I lowered it to 20, so that would be 6 over here and 6 over, so that's 12. At Ram Richard 2271. No, he said this is a regurgitation society. Are they handling the Epstein files gingerly? Everybody know there's very powerful people on that list. Why not just put it out? Nah, there's powerful people on the list. You put powerful people on the list, powerful people need to be protected. Powerful people are more valuable to this system than ordinary people. And if that's the case, why shouldn't ordinary people work together? Yeah? Is that fair? Kinda? Maybe? Or stuff like this is going to keep happening. Put it up. Of the state trooper. Texas state trooper shown bumping into and yelling at South Carolina football players. The wide receiver, Nick Harbor, was removed from his game assignment, Texas A&M police announced in a statement. Go back to ethnocentrism. He thinks he's better than the damn football player. He's coming from an ethnocentric mindset. Get out of my way. I know this is a football game. I know you're here to play. Get your ass out of this tunnel. Who is he to treat? Who does he think? Read it again. Ethnocentrism can be a contributing factor to prejudice, racism, and xenophobia. In all these instances, you're considering yourself and your culture to be the best compared to all others. He thinks being a police officer, right, that's on security duty at a college football game means more and matters more than the damn players in the active game going. Why'd y'all create anthropology, which is the study of humanity? You created anthropology so you could usurp histories and recontextualize them as your own. From Amun-Ra to Jesus. That's what you did it for. Ethnocentrism is really cultural narcissism. Right? It's really insecurity. I think I'm better than you because I've been comparing myself to you all this time. What makes you so magical? What makes you so meaningful? If that wasn't the case, why the fuck does it exist? Racism, that is. And black people, you've become just as toxic because you are defined by the level of success that they have established. Meaning comes from them. Your meaning comes from them. What are you doing with your life? What is your purpose? Who are you? Why are you incarnated as a black person? What are you doing with your melanin? Where are you affecting and changing the world in higher conscious states? What are you here for? What are you healing? What's being revealed? And how are you recontextualizing it to benefit society at large? Wasting the damn gift of blackness so you can shit on other magical people who are still asleep, that haven't realized the true purpose of why they're here. Because you got a little bit more coin. Use a hoe. They always use hoes to infiltrate, right? Margaret Sanger used hoes to infiltrate, religious hoes. She paid preachers to come into the community, did she not? She paid preachers to come into the community and convince us that we were societal weeds that needed to be uprooted. These are her belief systems. The eugenics society is connected to Hitler and all that bullshit they did to the Jews, the Holocaust. It's the same kind of uppity white folk that think they are so incredible and so knowledgeable and so meaningful. You just a copycat. You're a thief. You've been stealing culture this whole time. There is no divine bloodline in Europe. How the hell is the bloodline divine if it's not black? Anthropologically speaking, the most diversified form of DNA, human DNA on the planet, is found in Africa. Everybody outside of Africa got at least 2 to 5% Neanderthal genes. How come nobody in Africa got Neanderthal? You use anthropology and history to keep recreating lies. Before they started to really find, oh shit, the DNA is so diverse on the African continent. God damn. Whoa. Mitochondrial DNA, Lucy, they started finding out all this stuff, hominins and Australopithecus, Homo habilis and Homo erectus. They start finding out all of this. Oh shit, Africa. Oh wow. And even older than Africa, or another part in Africa that's not Ethiopia. Now they found something in Morocco that might be even older than Australopithecine. Oh my God, what the fuck? So guess what they did? Oh well, now we have to retell the story of Neanderthal. They weren't dumb. Oh, they used to make jewelry. Oh, yes, they had culture and some. We now even surmise that they may even have had language. You know good and goddamn well they were short, stocky little monsters. Neanderthal, German word, Neander Valley, where they were found. And Homo sapiens sapien, which is human, which is African, used to go over there and fuck on them for a little while. And we couldn't reproduce with them because they were different species, you know. But the Africa went over there and said, you know this little stocky, light-skinned bitch? I'm going to knock that down for the tribe. See what... Tell the truth. They use anthropology to lie. Eugenics was the Holocaust version for African Americans over here. Why is Margaret Sanger one of Hillary Clinton's heroes? She was one of my heroes. Why would you ever say that with hot sauce in your purse? And why would we ever continue to do business and deal with her? Me and Kumo D and a couple of spoken word artists was at Quincy Jones's house in 2008. Quincy Jones was on the side of Hillary Clinton over Barack Obama. The poets did their poetry and left. And then it was time for the conversation. Mo D brought us up there to give Hillary Clinton, not Mo D, Quincy brought Mo D and myself up there to give Hillary Clinton a primer on hip-hop and the meaning of hip-hop and the value in hip-hop, the storytelling, the griot, all of that, because she was disconnected, didn't understand anything about it. It was really kind of a cold conversation, to be honest with you, because she wasn't picking up what was really being put down. Oh, she got to be educated on blackness, because if you're going to be trying to get the black vote, you need to understand something about who they are. One of your peoples saw our kids as weeds. One of the people you consider to be your hero. Oh, I loved her. She was one of my mentors. Planned Parenthood? For real? For real. Here you go. Here you go, Mike. I'm sending you this. See if you can upload this on the screen. I don't know if it's, I think it's, I was trying to get it to, here, let's do this. Come on. Okay, we got that. Mike. Should I airdrop it? It's just it's a picture. But it's not working. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. Oh, here we go. There we go. Now it's popped up. There you go. There you go, Mike. I texted. At LA Lex 7, thank you. At Prentice, thank you. At 263 Ty, thank you. Alert Stillness from the UK, what up? Thank you. Chakra. Thank you. Support, support, support. Black Freeman, tithes and offerings. Thank you. Fast Cash. Thank you. Kente 9, Nolans. Thank you. We in here, y'all. We got 8 on the new post. We got 8. We only need 12 more. 12 more Cash Apps if we can get it. Or Super Chats if we could get it. TCM Daddy 2. Thank you. Thank you. At Larry Wheeler. Just a little bit oil for the machine. That's what we talking about. That little $5 is oil for the machine. We appreciate it. Thank you. Everybody hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. If you haven't done it already, I'm telling you now, your brother is now starting to broadcast the Voice of Reason radio show, the Voice of Reason behind the scenes radio show on TikTok, Monday through Thursday, for the foreseeable future, just for the time being, right? Just for the time being, unless something changes over there. All right? Please, please, please support your brother on TikTok by going over there. And look, that was that night. My homeboy, poet Sekou the Misfit, the other homeboy, Steve, 2 incredible poets. They went up there, they performed. And then after they performed, myself, Q, Hillary Clinton, and Kool Moe Dee, we sat down and talked about hip-hop, its meaning. And of course, Secret Service was there. I've been working and on the grind in some kind of way, in some type of capacity, whether it's the music industry, where I was trying to, I was motivated by the Michael Jacksons and the Princes of the world. I was trying to find the next surreal talent. The next, listen to what I said, surreal talent. Right? I didn't want to just sign somebody average. I was looking for that next sublime talent that would blow everybody away. Right? And I was doing that in the hip-hop zone. Then I went to Maverick Records, working for Madonna, which was a travesty. Working for Freddie DeMann and Madonna. I've been in this game for a long time, and I've seen a lot of bullshit. We make a lot of industries wealthy. And I don't give a damn if our unity won't close the wealth gap. We still need our unity regardless. That man pushed that kid at a football game? How do they deal with white criminality? Suspension. Oh, you no longer have the Texas A&M football game assignment anymore because you can't regulate your emotions. You point these things out, you're somehow archaic. You're somehow old and you don't get it. And, you playing the victim role. And, nah, that ain't the victim role. Y'all been doing goofy shit for centuries. And black people, you are as goofy when you align yourself with your oppressor. When have they stopped being your oppressor? That's a good question. Have they stopped, Michael?
They just changed it up, make it look different.
Are we on equal footing?
No.
Have we ever been?
Not in this country.
That's what I'm talking about. Has it ever been cool between us and them, really?
I think at a certain period of there we go. I think at a certain period of time when they first came over here.
Oh, when we taught them how to eat and live.
Yeah.
And then they turned around and enslaved us.
Yeah, and then they say we came from Africa.
Yeah. Come on, man. All those people of the world is us. Black people always trying to claim something. Black people always trying to say they from all over the world. Look at the damn evidence. You go back into ancient Mexico, find an African, fall out. Bloop. What the fuck? Mansa Musa and them? Yeah, it was already documented that they came over here before Columbus. If he ever came over here at all. Because, they will make up some shit and say, oh, yeah, that happened. And if you say it didn't happen, you're violating a law in this country. What? Runoko Rashidi's work. The African in ancient Asia. The African in ancient India, which is Asia. We got pyramids all over the world. Identical cultures. Native Americans are us. And that ain't even their name, but that's fine. Oh, you're trying to blackify everything. Yeah, we're everywhereans. How is it that your record on apes and primates is clearer than your record on human beings? Oh, we got the old world apes. Mm-hmm. They don't really have tails. Those primates, really close to us genetically. Then you have the New World apes. The New World apes have wet noses. The Old World apes have dry noses. The New World apes have prehensile tails that aid in their balance and tree climbing because they are arboreal. Real clear about them primates. What about us? Because we primates too. That's when you start getting hella murky on the details. Why your details murky about us? Man, I'm going to be quiet. Ain't nobody talking. Ain't nobody supporting what we trying to lay down here. I'm putting myself in harm's way talking like this because guess what? If we don't give a fuck, It ain't gonna matter. I'm saying let's come together. Let's work together. Let's barter. Let's do business together. Let's promote each other's businesses. Let's support each other's businesses. Nah, who you talking to, Zo? Get your broke ass out of here, nigga. You calling me broke, but you can't define fiscal policy. Fiscal policy, right? Define the money flow, right? Define what that is. Do you know what the money flow is? Or the money supply? Do you know what that is? Do you know what aggregate demand is? Do you know what aggregate supply is? Do you know? Do you know? I'm asking. You quick to say a nigga ain't shit. Money is just merely a medium of exchange. How can money be worth more than people when money can be created out of thin air? The Federal Reserve. They don't even have to create it at the Federal Reserve. Guess what? They could create it at your local bank. You put $100 in. Only $10 stay in, and they loan it to other banks, to other people. And that creates interest, which creates money. Money is a tool of debt. It's creating debt. It is created out of debt. Listen, the government, when it needs it, it goes to the Fed to borrow it. So when you get it, it's already got debt affixed to it. But somehow, debt is more valuable than a human being. Niggas will kill each other. All right, y'all. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up, man. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna wrap it up. Listen, I'm on KBLA tonight. I hope everybody tune in. Download the KBLA Talk 1580 app. We made being hoes cool. We made being passive-aggressive, transactional prostitutes cool. Like, I never thought I'd see the day where that shit would be seen as cool. Mike, that shit cool now.
It's been rammed down our throats for 25 years.
Pause. Hey, yo. Pause.
Oh, I didn't mean to say it like
the
that.
Fuck? Damn it.
Yeah, it's cool. That's called propaganda.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you had a song, I'm in love with a STRPPER.
I don't know if that's the song. Did you spell it out? I'm in love with a stripper?
Yeah.
T-Pain?
Yeah.
The fuck? He literally spelled it. I said, what the Hey, listen. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. I hope you guys learned something from today's show. Everybody who ordered He Is Risen last week, please understand, I'm gonna get it shipped out to you. I did ship out, I think, 9 packages last weekend. Not this weekend, but the weekend before. You guys should have already gotten those by Monday, Tuesday. And I'll be shipping out these from last week ASAP. I appreciate everybody for tapping in, for supporting, for going to the Cash App. Let me see if we got Don, we got Brandon, we got John, we got Cali Soul, we got Frederick. Oh, I already said Frederick. So we got 4 Cash Cali Soul, John, Brandon, and Don. Yeah, please, guys, just continue to show up and show out for the voice of reason. Listen, we don't know how long YouTube gonna let me do this. Mike, you see it. Am I lying? It's slower and slower every week. It takes people longer to get in here because they're not getting notifications.
Well, there's that thing about applying pressure or applying heat where you won't notice that you're in hotter water because the temperature is just incrementally go up slowly versus like if it just went up by 10 degrees, you can feel it immediately.
The frog won't jump out if you gradually raise the heat.
There you go. So if they're gradually slowing the notifications over time, you know, you'll notice it, but your audience might not notice, hey, I'm not getting a notification.
Slowly but surely, right? Well, listen, that's another thing, man. I'm really on this health kick. You know, I do this every 5 or 10 years, man. I like really get caught up in the health side of it. I go hard for maybe 5 or 10 years, and then I pull back for 5 years. I'm in that cycle now where I'm really putting in the work, you know, on my body, on my health. Today I walked 9,401 steps, which equivocates to 4.72 miles.
Wow.
And my goal was 280 calories. I hit 453. So if we start looking at my active rings throughout the week, I'm averaging 11,000 steps. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, man, I'm getting it in. I suggest you guys get it in as well. I suggest you look at how you contribute to this society, if it's positive or negative. And when I say this society, I'm talking about your community, your culture. We got to stop being defined by the dollar, man. White people will find a new means to, you know, to have this medium of transaction. They'll find a new one. They're not tied to any fiat currency, trust me. They're tied to the power that it wields. We have to cultivate an inner fortitude, an inner power, guys. All right, that's enough. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. We got 10. We got 10 on the super chat here, plus the 5 before of the original 30. That makes it 15 super chats here on the channel. Again, don't forget tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, but tonight I'm going to be on TikTok. I suggest everybody go follow my TikTok right now because the TikTok is going to be lit. I hope everybody's having a good one. I'm Zoe Williams. This has been the ZoWhat Show where I was ranting. Appreciate y'all. Deuces.